Hello YouTube, today we're going to be discussing this lens, to be honest. Look how long it is. It's literally, I don't know, about 30 centimeters long. It's a telephoto lens for the EOS cameras, however, I'm using it for my Canon M50. Today we're going to be talking about it. It's a 75 to 300 millimeter lens. Yeah, stay tuned.
Go.
So basically this lens was introduced in 1999, very old lens, however it's still compatible with most EOS cameras, I think all the EOS cameras, and with an adapter, EF to M adapter, you can mount it on your EOS R camera or Canon M50. I use it for my Canon M50. It is amazing, stunning. You can make stunning videos from afar because the focal length is from 75 to 300 millimeters. So you're starting off a focal length of 75, which is pretty far. So you're basically using a telephoto lens, and you can actually capture amazing footage, like for example a sunrise, a sunset. Or if you're making a time lapse from afar and you're on a bridge and you want to get the close shot of the cars going through the tunnel, for example, or on the road passing by each other, this is a perfect lens. The weight of the lens is 480 grams, half a kilo, which makes the lens very heavy, and adding it to a small camera like a Canon M50 makes the entire gear look more professional, to be honest. The quality of the lens is mostly made out of plastic, looks pretty cheap, especially when you control the rings. You can hear the rings crunch a little bit, especially when you set it on autofocus, and whenever you're trying to adjust the autofocus, it kind of crunches in between, so it's kind of impossible to do vlogs in them from afar. But if you're recording something like this where you're not really moving, you're just keeping yourself in one position, and with a steady background, nothing's moving in the background, so it's a really good idea to have a lens like this. However, one disadvantage is that telephoto lenses make everything flat, so it stretches out the entire image. So instead, my face would look normally like this, right? But in the image with a telephoto lens, it would look more stretched like this. So that is one disadvantage of this lens, and that's something you guys should know about telephoto lenses. It really stretches out the image.
Okay, now so we're testing this camera in, it's not really low light but semi-light conditions outdoors, and as you see, it's doing a very well job. Although it's even snowing, it's actually capturing the focus onto my face, so everything's perfect. The background is nice and shallow, blurred, and the sharpness on my face is perfect. As you would notice, when I come closer, you can definitely hear the sounds of the motors of the lens, which does become kind of annoying. However, this does capture a very cinematic look. However, as you see, my face is kind of flat. It's more flatter than compared to this. So here I'm in the exact same position as before, and you guys can see it's a huge difference how much that lens zoomed in. If I go a little bit closer, you guys can see that my face isn't as stretched as in the 75 to 300 millimeter lens. It all depends what kind of look you want to give to your videos. This is the kit lens 15 to 45 millimeter lens, whereas the previous one, 75 to 300 millimeter lens, is a lot different. It all depends how creative you are with your videos and what you're going to film. Okay, so additionally, I like to add that I use the mmlite adapter for this lens to the camera, to the Canon EOS M50. You can use the original adapter that Canon has for about $200. However, I used mine. I bought mine for about under $50, about $40 in Poland. So steal deal. It's made out of metal. It weighs about 100 grams itself, so it's pretty heavy. It adds additional weight to the camera. The M50 camera is very light, so if you add another 600 grams to the camera. It makes you really feel like you're carrying a cinematic gear. So it's actually pretty cool if you mount something like an adapter to your camera. I think it's a good option to get the adapter because not only can you use the 75 to 300mm lens, but you can also use the Nifty 50, which is a 50mm lens of 1.8 aperture, and it's really good for a low price. It offers a very sharp object with a very shallow and very blurred depth of field in the background. And I think it's another lens to get to if you're filming, for example, portraits, or if you're doing vlogs, or if you're making interviews. Thank you guys for watching. This is Bastian. See you guys in the next episode. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.